Also, I guess another thing is whether or not the Brotherhood survive. Because I noticed that like the Minutemen, I can beat the game as the Minutemen, and the Brotherhood still aren't even a factor in the entire like run of it. Whereas if you go to like the railroad or something, they just say fuck the Brotherhood, let's nuke them, and you sneak up on their blimp and blow them up. And the Brotherhood will fuck everybody. Like that's something I noticed. Like the two factions that don't even cross paths is the Brotherhood and the Minutemen. Everyone like if you pick like the railroad, like they'll ignore the Minutemen. In fact, the Minutemen, honestly, the Minutemen will only fight the Institute. They won't even touch anybody else. But you go with the Brotherhood, they'll destroy the railroad. They'll pretty much destroy everything. It's ridiculous. But I thought the Brotherhood like final mission was a bit shit. Like the escort in the Liberty Prime. I mean, you did that in Fallout 3, and I guess it was a nice fallback. I guess well, actually, yeah, it was Fallout 3 you did it in. But yeah, I didn't enjoy the escort mission in Fallout 3, and I didn't enjoy it in Fallout 4. So kind of like the espionage of Minutemen and Railroad. Oh, I know you can do that. I just didn't do it. Like my survival playthrough character, pretty much destroyed the Institute and found a bed and I haven't logged in as that survival character since. Said I wanted to wrap that shit up because the game kept crashing, which is a shame, really. But there you go. Look at that ghetto fucking armor. Look at that armor. Yeah, but Preston, who's like, I guess the pseudo leader of the Minutemen, even though you are technically. Like, he acknowledges them as the boogeymen of the wasteland.
Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports about the savior of the NCR for a while now, and wanted to meet you myself. You've proven yourself especially capable, and right now I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission?
I fucking killed Caesar. Like, show some fucking respect, but yes, ma'am.
Since the majority of my men are on assignment dealing with the Legion, I need someone to handle other matters that have arisen. Make no mistake, there's a battle coming, and I intend to make sure there are no loose ends when the time comes. One such loose end is a gang known as the Great Khans. Have you heard of them?
You could say we've had dealings.
Then I don't need to tell you that they can be a pain in the ass. The NCR has a rather sordid history with them, and I'm concerned that we'll find them aiding our enemies when the Legion attack comes. That is, unless we get to them first. I want you to visit them in their canyons to the far west and make sure they're in no shape to join the Legion. They're just another gang of raiders as far as I'm concerned, so deal with them appropriately. Any questions?
What if I convince him not to join Legion?
Don't fool yourself. I've dealt with enough of these gangs to know that they can't be trusted. Is there anything else?
Well, I have no, ma'am.
Just...
Okay, let's do it.
Hey.
Enlist their aid or destroy them. I heard someone taking fall damage. Yeah, I mean, that's something I found annoying about... The fuck? Where's this waypoint taking us? Something I found really annoying about the Minutemen was the fact that they were so, like, focused on their goal that they would tell, like they don't like the Minutemen purely because the Minutemen helps people. Like, and Preston Garvey is like, you know, acknowledges the railroad as good people, you know, they have a good cause, but I think the fact that they're only they help, like, Minutemen help everyone, whereas railroad only helps simps, but they have a problem with people who don't like like they don't. It's like, fuck everyone. Let's only help simps. That's pretty much their agenda, and it's a bit fucked up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna follow this road. Yeah, I think the best place to go is here and follow the road. Ah, well, yeah, I'll agree. They're a bit high maintenance. Although I did like the whole. Then again, playing on survival mode, you're kind of forced to use that system. I know, let's not be able to target the one that's closest to us. Every time... Okay, let me just... I want to see... What's the stat... What's the gimmick on this thing? Reduced critical damage, critical kill, boom. Every time she gets a critical kill, I'm like, I have to jump out of there. To be fair, I liked the variety of like random missions that you could do for the Brotherhood. It weren't like, I mean, to be fair, like Minutemen had the same stuff as well, but there was only, you can only have 2 at a time, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but the thing is, unless you interfere, the Minutemen aren't a threat against the Institute. Because the Minutemen are just there helping people survive on the surface. What the fuck's going on up there? Oh, Eddie's... Oh my god, it's another Legion Death Squad. Retribution, yeah. Oh, I'm a combat veteran. hell kind of trophy is that? Complete any free gun runner challenges. Okay, whatever. Depends if I'm role playing. What I'm role playing as. If I wanted to exterminate all synths. I mean, if I'm playing Brotherhood, I'd be like killing them all, wouldn't I? But with Minutemen and Railroad, not so much. I like the whole aspect of the synths though in the game, and whether they count as human or not. I mean, the ones that look like C-3PO and shoot you are pretty annoying.
What?
Return to yes, man. Ignore them. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's one of them. They're only doing that because the leader isn't even here.
Huh? Not now, I'm busy.
Whatever. Carl.
Nice robot. So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
I've come to ask Great Khans to break their allegiance with Caesar's Legion.
Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you?
Caesar's only using you. He doesn't actually care about the Great Khans.
Doesn't he? Caesar's representative tells a different tale. The glory of the Great Khans will be restored, and once the NCR is pushed back to California, all the land from here to the Colorado will be ours. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The Great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes.
Who are you?
You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people.
Can you tell me more about your people?
You want to hear the story of the Great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory.
Maybe you could give me the short version.
In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The Great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here.
How did the three families defeat you?
They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them.
Why did they get strings? I got chocolate in my mouth.
When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
That doesn't sound like NCR, something the NCR would order.
Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here.
Let's talk about something else.
Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations.
The fuck? You give me one fucking option.
Farewell.
It's starting. Will boil. There will be full-scale war soon.
So the NCR makes peace with the Kings. Now, where was that mercy at Bitter Springs?
Papa says, cut off the head and the snake will die. Even that old house
guess the
bastard
chairman's
gave in
days
to the
are numbered.
NCR. We're the only ones to make a stand.
I had been warned. You were perilously close to making an enemy of Caesar, and that is not wise.
Who are you?
My name is Karp. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the Great Khans as a token of our alliance.
Oh, he's trying to sleep. I mean, do you sleep with the lights on? Okay, fuck this. We're not gonna kill him. As funny as that is.
I would have thought the monorail bombing would slow the NCR. Down more.
Share a whiskey with me sometime?
I had been warned. You were perilously close to making an enemy of Caesar, and that is not wise.
Who are you? I'm not wise. I fucking killed Caesar.
My name is Karp. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the Great Khans as a token of our alliance.
Shouldn't he be calling him Kaiser? Whatever. What alliance?
In exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes.
What's your role in Caesar's Legion?
I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans.
What does the Legion want with the Great Khans?
Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle.
I had other questions. Goodbye. Carl's journal. Scale consists of dealings and observations of Great Khan. Many entries go into detail about the opinion of their savage barbarous customs. At several points he waxes philosophic about how it's likely that Caesar's Legion will have to execute a lot of them.
It's starting to feel like tensions are coming to a boil. It's always a pleasure to see you around the camp.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's because of that we have sworn to take revenge on the NCR. With our new allies in Caesar's Legion, we will crush them.
Okay, I can't take it to him yet. Maybe if I talked.
Black armored devils might be new to the Mojave, but they're butchered.
If we weren't in Khan territory, I would kill you where you stand. Caesar will be avenged. My name is... Yes.
It's like a...
Greetings in the name of Kaiser.
all the rat.
What more do you want? What more do you want?
You should have been with us in our glory days. You'd have loved it.
God.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment.
What is it you have in mind?
You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration.
So what do I do?
Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular. Me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him.
Aren't you convinced already if we're having this conversation?
I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you.
What would convince Jack and Diane?
You'd have to talk to them, but those 2 have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around.
What about Melissa?
Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Carl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts.
Okay, I'll convince everyone.
Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture.
I'm not afraid of Carl. I don't feel like I'll be... How would I do that?
Carl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the great Khans, but I suspect his actual opinion is less flattering. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa.
I'll keep that in mind. I think making him lose his cool would be the funnier option. wonder if Jessup is anywhere. They didn't even repair it completely, the fucking cheapskate.
What more do you want?
I've been wondering, why you don't petition the Khans for membership as a show of allegiance?
Join? Oh, no, I simply couldn't. That is, I'm not worthy of such an honor.
But surely a warrior in service of glorious Caesar is the equal of any tribe's finest.
Of course I am. That is to say, Caesar has many fine warriors, and I wouldn't wish to compare them to the great Khans.
Because you know they'd come up lacking.
Enough! How dare you compare Caesar's finest to this tribe of savages? The mightiest great Khan is scarcely a match for a legion recruit. The burned man would lead their mightiest shitting themselves in terror. I would. That is...
Interesting opinion. I wonder what Papa Khan has to say about this.
You motherless bastard. You'll pay for this.
Great Khans. Drives. Hey!
Fucking hell! They didn't. He had no chance. No chance in hell.
Ah, you're back. What else do you need?
Well, that happened. Just another day, I guess. Oh my lord. What the hell are you doing up there, Veronica? Get down! Fucking hell.
Whiskey with me sometime?
You're grey. You're not even black. You're not a black man, you're white. You're grey. You're grey. You're like a stone man. Fucking grey. How do you live in a canyon and have grey skin? That's... Alright, is that Jessup? Yeah, it's Jessup!
Still got a bit of a walk ahead of us. Talk fast.
Guess he has nothing to say.
Damn it, too many syllables. Silver. What do you want?
Nice emo fringe, you gaylord. What are you doing?
Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try my initiation. Again.
Sounds like you're writing poetry.
Oh, you heard that, huh? Okay, so, yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great Khan-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours.
Why isn't... What do you know... Okay. Why isn't poetry Great Khan like?
You seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time.
Sounds like you're not happy being a Great Khan. Maybe you'd be happy someplace else.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I can find my true calling, someplace they'll appreciate my poetry. Someplace like the old Mormon fort, maybe. Do you think the followers of the apocalypse would take me? I remember all those books they brought us when they visited our tribe.
I could ask them for you.
You'd do that? Thanks. I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The Khans wouldn't take me back, and then I'd have nobody.
I don't want to hear his poetry. What do you think of the Great Khan's alliance with Caesar?
Huh? Wait, what are you talking about? We're allied with Caesar now? Typical. Nobody tells me anything. Indulgent. What rhymes with indulgent?
How's it going?
He just says I should talk to you about speaking against Great Khan's alliance with Caesar.
You can ask, but why would I do that? Cal told me all about the life in the Legion. He says I've got all the makings of a spicular Tory.
Did he also mention that women aren't permitted to serve in the Legion?
What? No, he... What do you mean aren't allowed to serve? Why would he lie about that?
If the Great Khan's join the Legion, you'll be sold as a slave, an officer's wife if you're lucky.
That lying little weasel. I almost fell for it too. Alright, you've got a deal. You can tell Papa I won't support an alliance.
Time for me to go.
I would have thought the monorail bombing would slow the NCR down more.
Dry wells.
Another kill for my name.
Fuck off. Get out of here. What are you trying to do? Oh, that bounced off my head. And the game crashed. Oh, fuck. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ah, fuck. Oh, well. I think I've been playing for fucking ages anyway. Have a look at the old VODs. Twitch VODs. Yeah, nearly 6 hours. I think I'll take a break. I don't know. I just realised my stream is called Hardcore DLC. And I'm not even playing the DLC. I guess, well, the closest thing to it is Veronica has a gunrunner's arsenal weapon. That's DLC, right? Right? I don't know. Oh well.